ask the question whether Bruce Hempill, who's a South African, and the group finance director Ingrid Johnson, who's also a South African, whether they should consider bringing back Old Mutual back to South Africa. In 1999, when Old Mutual demutualized, it went to government and asked that it be granted permission to list in London and have a secondary listing in Johannesburg. Now, it was fashionable back in the day. Some people said it was managing political risks, but the arguments that were submitted to government then was that South African companies needed to go abroad, raise cheap capital in order to get the necessary funding needed to make acquisitions and become global players. Now, many critics have argued that actually Old Mutual didn't succeed internationally, and that there was no need, and therefore there was no need for them to go abroad in the first place. The argument is that they did raise the money, but they didn't make good acquisitions. So what's the point? Will it come back? I doubt. The tone from Old Mutual makes one doubtful that the company would ever come back. Julian Roberts, the outgoing CEO, has cleaned up the company, to be honest. He's now growing the UK arm. They've shown their commitment to the UK by acquiring a 10 billion rand, or by investing 10 billion rand in a wealth manager called Quilter Cheviot. So clearly they're not leaving. They want to grow the earnings generated in the UK. Currently, South Africa generates about 64% of Old Mutual's earnings and 5% from Africa. Hence, the critics claim that it should come back because the bulk of the business is here. But Old Mutual seems adamant that they can grow the UK business and narrow the earnings that come from Africa.